morning and welcome to the Bethoney Builders podcast. I'm your host, Sophia Bethoney. Here we are, episode 3. Let's go. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce our Bethoney Builders crew. To my right is none other than WBZ Sports Director, Steve Burton.
Thank you, Sophia.
None other.
To Steve's right is my dad and the principal builder for Bethoney Builders, Chris Bethoney. And to my left is former tight end of the New England Patriots and two-time Super Bowl champion, Christian Fourier.
Yes. Oh, boy, you did a great job. I love that.
Way to go.
Steve,
Yeah.
take it away.
First of all, you said two-time Super Bowl champion. Does he have the rings to prove it?
I do, and I also have a national championship ring that I can bring. Yes, I do, and I have an 8th grade championship ring, basketball, Our Lady of Lords. Thank you. Shout out to all my crew out
There
there.
you go, in 8th grade.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, picture perfect day. We're here at Gillette Stadium. Football is in the air. Building is also in the air. Chris Bethoney, we're doing a deck show. It's all about decks today. But I want to turn it over to Chris because it's exciting to be here. Patriots is getting ready to take on the Steelers. We have a lot of football to talk as well, but we're talking decks. And I love decks. Explain what's happening, Chris.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for showing. Steve, Sophia, and Christian, let's do this. We'll get back to decks in just a minute. What I thought we'd do is maybe go with a project update. We have a finished basement we're doing in Marshfield, Massachusetts for the Tam family. They've been fantastic to work with. We communicate well. And we're at a point now where guys are ready to install the interior trim and the paint this week.
Wow.
And before you know it, hopefully within a couple weeks period of time, the Tam family will be able to start enjoying that space. They couldn't be happier, and we're very grateful for
Are
them.
you still on point with, you guys are so fast and efficient? Are you on schedule, ready to break your record for fastest basement renovation in the history of mankind?
We could go back to the tapes, Christian, of course, and we know we put timelines there. One of the things that takes place with finished basements is when we blue board and plaster after rough inspections of utilities and so forth. That takes approximately a week to dry before you want to install any sort of interior trim or any sort of painted surfaces, because you don't want moisture content or the finished trim to shrink after installation. So we're at that point. We've plastered approximately a week ago in time, and we're ready to install the interior trim. That starts tomorrow, Monday. We expect that to be a 2-day install for the interior trim. And then the painting crew is scheduled to come in as early as Wednesday and or Thursday of this week, professional painters. And the project's been a complete success. The family loves the floor plan. Again, back to Sophia Bethoney, was instrumental in taking the interests of the space, created the interior floor plan, and she just simply knocked it out of the park. I can't wait to show that. Not only will we show pictures of Sophia's design work, but we will show periodic pictures as well as live videos in a future episode here at Bethoney Builders Podcast.
Look at that with the tease ahead.
Exactly. Sophia, is that fun for you when you're designing basements?
I love designing anything from basements to kitchens to bathrooms. It's just so interesting, and even basements, love it.
I love that.
I would think, for basements, I went through 3 different generations of what my basement looked like. From when it was just all nothing, before somebody finished it, to nothing but small kid toys, just a disaster, to middle
Stuff
agers,
everywhere.
to now where it's hey, can we have my friends over and we can hang out in the basement like high school kids, teenage kids, and then we readjust it just for that. But I am curious, if you just want to add a little bit of flair, right? Let's say it's already done.
Sure.
But it's just, what are we looking at? How are you dressing up? Baseboards, accent walls? What would you do?
I'll take that question. First and foremost, we'd have Sophia come out, meet with you, hear what your interests are. I would accompany that meeting. And then ultimately what we would do is, it's all about what you would like. We realize that you want to maybe
I want a movie theater.
100%. So what we would do is we would look to enter into the design phase to create that space.
And you handle all that from Super
We do.
Nuts?
We do that in-house. Sophia and our in-house architects would work together to make sure that we meet your expectations, be able to give you some visuals of the projected project, and then ultimately work with you on a schedule to complete that project on time and on budget.
Wow.
So what you're saying, Christian, is you want your basement to become your man cave.
I want it back.
You want it
That's
back.
what I'm
You want
saying. I want it back.
You want to take it back.
I want to take back my basement.
We can help you do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
For sure.
That should be your slogan. Hey, a middle-aged guy. Hey, we will help you take your basement back. I can see the tagline already.
Yeah. great game for the Patriots last week. We won against the Miami Dolphins. Do you have any comments on that?
Yeah, no, I thought that is not to compare to like a psychological thriller, but playing for the Patriots and having issues playing in Miami, the heat's always an issue, the humidity's always an issue. I thought that was a back and forth game, and after the what was it, the kickoff return?
Yeah, kickoff.
So they have a kickoff return, and then we have a punt return.
No,
yeah,
it's the other way around.
Yeah, it was the other way. So they bring back a punt, and then
right.
they kick it off to us, and then Gibson runs a kickoff return
90 yards.
It was amazing. Like, that to me is just like, that's what they needed. They needed some confidence. They needed some and Vrabel needed an example of like, this is what will happen if you listen to me, if you trust me. Like that, I feel like messages from coaches constantly need to be like reestablished and confirmed. And if you're losing the message, you're the coach, you're like, oh crap, like these guys they don't believe anything I'm saying. And now you have at least one game early in the season, just like their show, right? And just like they're going to get better, we're going to get better. Just like they're building something special, we're building something special. So I thought that was a huge win in multiple ways.
What's funny, this is week 3 of the NFL. It's also week 3 for us. Is right. So, being down in Miami, I don't think Christian and Sophia and Chris, the players, realize how big of a win it was. Like, Vrabel's been through it. You guys have been through not winning in Miami. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the players that are on the team, a lot of new guys. Just like, a lot of these guys are rookies. So they never really experienced not winning in Miami. But it was a big hurdle to get over. They haven't won there since 2019. And that's why you saw Vrabel outside the locker room, Sophia, after the game, high-fiving every player and congratulating every player that came into the locker room. Vrabel was like one of the first guys off the field. He said, I want to meet these guys and let them know how big of a win that was.
I would say, so there's a Super Bowl celebration, right? That's like, it's not, you can't compare it to anything. And then there's the win in Miami celebration. I would say that, what was it? I think it was 03 or 04. I can't remember which year it was. It was still struggling to win down there. And I remember we beat Miami Dolphins in Miami. It's been the first time in a long time. That celebration was seriously close
to the Super Bowl.
Like,
come on, was it really?
We were so happy. It was so childlike. Like a bunch of kids on a bus celebrating on our way back to the airport, pestering the fans, hand gestures back and forth, throwing stuff at. We were just so happy that we could get that win, because it was just almost like, a forbidden fruit in a way. It was there, we could see it, but we could never quite get it. And then we finally did. It made huge impact on the season.
That's excellent.
Yeah, it was great.
That's awesome.
So today we got the Steelers next. And that's not going to be a picnic because Pittsburgh's coming off a loss. And they got Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback, who threw 4 touchdown passes in his first game and was embarrassed in the second game. So now he's got to come in, and which Aaron Rodgers is going to show up? Which Patriots team is going to show up? It's a home game here at Gillette. They want to get it done. They want to start the momentum going, just like when we do a building project with Bethany Builders. You start it, and then momentum starts to flow.
We always have that time. Never to interrupt you, Steve, but I'd like to just circle back. I'd like to have the floor just for a moment, friends.
You always got to take it back, Steve.
Yeah, I got to take it back just for a second, Steve. Now, for those historians, there was 2 things. Number one, we're considering we want to have a new segment that's going to be called the Bethany Builders Play of the Game. Now, let me show you where I'm going with this.
Okay.
My thought was this here. As we noticed on that kickoff return for the touchdown, which I feel was the Bethany Builders Play of the Game last week in Miami,
Gibson.
Coach Vrabel was running down the sideline at a full sprint.
Yeah.
And it was just incredible video to be able to see him be part of the celebration. And
that's true.
So happy for the team to do that. But I'm going to go back for you football historians and anybody that can look back in the media a little bit. Back when you referenced the timeline of the early 2000s, I do remember one of our members here on the team was running down the field after a celebration.
I think that was the game.
I'm gonna let you take it from there.
That's the game I'm thinking about, because that was
I remember this.
I remember that was the game I'm thinking about. Troy Brown with that catch, and Steve in like a 3-piece suit, by the way, vest, coat, shirt. It was hot as hell, and I remember seeing it was, I don't know what color was it, Steve?
Teal green.
Yeah, I was like, who is this guy, and why is he in a 3-piece suit? It was so hot.
So, Christian, I'm going to give this back just to touch us here. We're going to have a little fun with Steve. Steve's always willing to take a little something for us on a Sunday morning. Christian, I'm going to give this back to you. Here was our thought. I want to see if our video editing team can take the film from Mike Vrabel running down the sideline during the celebration and then take Steve Burton running down on the field with Troy Brown. And let's see if we can't come up with some fun video.
I think we can do that.
To see if we can put that like a start and a finish to see who really
I remember those days.
got there
That
a
was
little
the
quicker.
Toyota Leap game. Oh, what a feeling.
Oh.
Because at the end,
Oh, that's right.
well, I'm on the cover of Picture.
That's
we
right.
jumping in the air,
Yeah.
with hands in the air, because Troy Brown's running right by me. And it was like, for a touchdown,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, wow, what a game this was. And they shocked the Dolphins. It was
Yeah.
like, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
It was a big deal.
So now, so that is the game I'm thinking of. Because
Yeah,
I
that's the game
forgot.
you're thinking about.
It must have been like an impactful, like, you know.
And we had the camera on you walking out the field.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, we had
I
the
was on the
camera
field.
on.
I was open, just by the way.
Yeah, you were.
Like, I was like leaking outside. I was blocking. I was like, oh, he's not going to have anybody to throw to. So I thought I'd sneak through and get like an easy catch.
But that was a big time player, how big of a time player Christian was. Because at the end of the game, game's on the line, he's on the field.
Yeah.
Along with that offense.
Now, not for nothing. With Steve, like I say, he was such a good sport to let me go there on that particular video clip. But then it's only fair that if you do that, we need to come back around, do something a little nice for Steve. So we're really excited here at Bethany Builders. Actually, got a phone call, and we're excited to be looking forward to doing a future project here in 2025. It's going to be an incredible project. We'll tell you a little further about that on possibly our next podcast. But what we'd like to do, Sophia, if I may, we'd like to make a big announcement. Bethany Builders was approached by multiple companies in the building business and other areas, and we're excited to announce. In fact, I'm going to have Sophia announce it, but in fact, we've secured our first major sponsor, and we'd like to celebrate them today. Sophia?
Can I get a drum roll, please?
Oh!
What we got?
We got a sponsorship from Trex Decking. So Trex, thank you so much for the sponsorship.
Incredible.
Trex Decking.
Sophia, can you raise up our sample box here to show our viewers a little bit of their product, of what they do?
Of course.
Yeah, let's see if we can do that here so the viewers can see it.
Wow.
Excellent. That's the Trex Decking Company. And Sophia, you're our host. Can you push out a few samples to Christian and Steve and see what this product's all about?
We have a lot of great options today, and most of these are earth tones. So grays, tans, browns, but here we have pebble gray.
Pebble
Very common.
Gray.
What color is your deck going to be? You going with pebble gray?
You know,
There's a whole box here to
there's
choose
a whole
from,
box to
Steve.
choose.
We have
Hey, I gotta check
Millstone.
in. I gotta check in and find out what you want.
Sophia, what kind of decking is Trex Decking? What product is it? Composite?
Trex Decking is composite decking. Would you like to elaborate on that?
A little bit here. First and foremost, again, we were
Look at the samples.
We were very selective of which companies we want to be on board here at the Bethany Builders podcast. Not only did Trex sponsor the Bethany Builders podcast, but they've certified us as pro installers, a Trex Pro.
Ooh.
We formed a partnership with Bethany Builders Building Company to be able to do the actual installation of this product. So not only can you come to Bethany Builders to get your design and to, in fact, the actual installation and from start to finish and completion and follow-up service, as well as a Pro Trex installer, we have warranties that go far beyond our standard warranties on the product, which also cover the labor installation costs. So if you had an issue or concern down the road, Bethany Builders is going to come back. We're going to swap out that decking piece or pieces that was installed, and we're going to make sure that you're more than happy with your new deck build. The warranty program is second to none in the industry.
Wow.
See, Trex does it up right. I'm looking through these magazines,
Yeah.
Christian. I mean, these are sharp decks.
Yeah.
For sure.
These are, and obviously weather resistant and everything else. These
For sure.
This is,
sure.
this is a real thing.
There you go. Yeah, so
So we're going with Trex, huh?
we're going with Trex.
We're going with Trex. The Bethany Builders crew has made a decision as a team, and we're going with Trex decking products.
Wow, this
That's
is amazing.
fantastic.
Wow, week 3, and you're already just landing sponsors. Look at you.
It's about making decisions and making the right ones and partnering up with the right
Correct.
teams.
That's
right.
correct. You know, I'm gonna put it out there a little bit. We've been very fortunate. We've been contacted by over 14 major companies to want to get involved here at the Bethany Builders podcast. Folks, it's only been 3 weeks. I'm going to put a little teaser out there like Christian Fourier had told me earlier in the industry. We have, in fact, secured our second major sponsor, a local family business that's just absolutely incredible, not only for the products and service they provide, but serving the community, and that's very important to us. Our team has made a final decision that we, in fact, looking forward to get on board with that. But we can't let you know that's going to be on next week's episode.
Stay tuned for that.
That's called a tease.
Yeah. No, this is great. So, great name recognition, high standards. Obviously, very similar to everything the Patriots do, on and off the field, right? I mean, nobody knows about how impactful they are than you, Steve, off the field. So this is great. So, are we going to deck the flooring? We should have a Trex deck in studio.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Deck the flooring.
Yeah, deck the flooring. Yeah, does that
the
even make sense? I don't really know.
Yeah, of course it does.
We're gonna Trex this room up.
There we go. There we go. That's for sure. Great idea as always, Christian, and we'll do that. And Sophia, yourself, feel free here at Bethany Builders. Reach out to us. Sophia will get involved in working with you. We'll design your deck. We are accepting those projects. Most decks, if we get started on your deck on a Monday, in most cases we're cleaned up and done on or before Saturday. So everything done, we're fully licensed, insured, registered, and we're ready to work for you. So feel free to reach out to us, BethanyBuilders.com.
It's nice to have a nice deck, right? Especially in the spring and the fall and the summer. Come out, sit on
Makes
the
me
deck.
want to
You wanna
start
cook
with the
out
deck and then build the house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with the deck. You know what I mean?
Put the big screen out there, watch
put all
games.
that stuff, and then be like, "Yo, now we'll go build the house." I don't even care.
We're here at Crazy Axis, right? And this is a beautiful spot. We have a beautiful studio outside. And if you look outside, you see a lot of Patriots fans out there. But there's some Steeler fans out there as well. Everybody's getting in line, waiting to enter Gillette Stadium. And it's fun to watch this crowd gather.
Hey,
course,
Steve,
the
what do you
Steelers
think?
fans
Can you
are
give them
gonna
a
be,
Bethany Builders shout out there? Welcome everybody
Yeah,
to the game.
hey guys, I don't know if these guys can hear us outside, but I see you. We all see you.
No, they're waving upstairs. They're not really exactly sure where the audio.
Is coming from.
Let's see. Let me see. Who do I see? I see Brady, Frymouth. I see. Who else do I see? Westbrook. I see a
Moss jersey.
You
A
see
Randy Moss
jersey? Yeah.
Hey.
Will Fork.
Yeah, Will Fork
There
jersey.
you go.
There you go.
You suck.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hey.
There you go. See, they're waving here now.
I would ask the Steeler fan. You have the most expensive defense in the history of the NFL, yet you guys can't stop a nosebleed. Your run game is
You're
horrid.
taking shots at
It's
them.
terrible.
All right. Yeah, we see it. Standing
There we
line.
go. Yeah, that's one of the. Yeah, but you got Aaron Rodgers. The key to this studio is the fact that we can tease all the opposing team,
right?
And they can't do anything about it, right? They can't get in. We have security, right? Who's security in case they try and get us?
Right.
I'm just gonna blame it on Steve.
Christian, enough for nothing. We have security, and individuals maybe 5'1", about 130 pounds, and I think he's holding the door open.
There you go.
Oh man,
We got some fans out there.
Hey, there we go. We got
Patriot fans out
Patriots
there.
there we
fans.
go.
Good on you.
Give me a score.
Yes.
There we go.
We see
There
you.
we go.
You're watching the Bethany Builders podcast, by the way, with Christian Fourier, Steve Burton, Chris Bethany, Sophia Bethany, and we're having a fun day. So Patriots gear up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Patriots, by the way, have to come away with this win. It'll be the first time to put together back-to-back wins in 2 years.
Really, it's been
In
that
2
long,
years.
huh?
It's been that long since they won back-to-back games. So this is a big day for them.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
The issue, it's weird. It's you think about this contest should be real contentious. It should have a Bronco vibe, a Colt vibe, right? Because they played against each other so many times for so many years and so many big games. It doesn't feel that way.
Right.
I don't know. It doesn't feel that way to me yet. Tomlin's been there forever. Vrabel's played for the Steelers. Beat never beat Mike Tomlin. And the Patriots, on the other hand, Tomlin's had a tough time coming here playing against the Patriots. So, but they have Aaron Rodgers. That's the storyline. One quarterback going out, one quarterback in Drake May starting up.
Right.
What would you think would be the biggest storyline? Anybody?
I think for
Other than that.
that is the storyline.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about Aaron Rodgers and containing Aaron Rodgers. Christian Gonzalez not going to go today.
Oh, so he's okay.
He's
I was
out.
going to ask you. So he's officially out.
He's
That's
officially
a problem.
out. That's a
they
problem.
have one of the worst. The Patriots have a terrible, terrible, terrible pass defense. Everybody throws the ball on them.
Yeah.
No, they can't stop anybody.
Well, and that's how. And Aaron Rodgers knows that. And with Aaron Rodgers coming off an embarrassing loss last week, he's going to try and light it up. and take advantage.
You know, I learned something, and again, this is only our third week of the podcast, but what I did learn, and Steve and Christian didn't say a word about it, but you kind of learn as you go down the road on this here. Anything that you say on the podcast, audio and video, that then becomes history. So, very humbly, I think we did have some predictions last week. I did make a prediction.
Are we keeping score now? Okay,
No,
we're
no,
officially
well,
keeping score. Well,
I-
we should keep score.
We should,
Okay,
absolutely.
Fair enough.
I'm going to pat him on the back.
But
You did predict last week.
little bit. I only made that prediction just knowing, how many times we've went down to Miami, worked really hard. But I feel the Patriots have turned the corner. Beyond optimistic today. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to a Patriots win. And I would ask you, again, it's pregame, but if we can go out there today and get a good, solid win, what is the emotions potentially for the fan base? What's the outlook with the schedule that then after today proceeds? At 2-1, and they can win this game today. I'm confident they'll do that. What do you think the fan base will feel after a 2-1 start?
Well, listen, I can tell you right now, maybe it's just because it's a beautiful day and it's a 1 o'clock game, but there's some energy out there, like walking through the parking lot, seeing the people tailgating, as opposed to last year when it was pretty much dead the entire time. There wasn't really any passion. I think the fan base has kind of given up on the team. That's different now.
Right.
So, because you really just you just want to, like, if you're 0-2 right now, like some of these teams, like the percentages and history tells you that you probably won't make the playoffs. Like the Cincinnati Bengals started 0-2 last year, and they almost had they had an MVP performance by their quarterback Joe Burrow, but they didn't make the playoffs. So you just want to stay close to 500. One game above 500, hovering below 500, where any goal is attainable after Thanksgiving. So if you're at that 500 level, below 5-1 game, you know that you may have 5 weeks left, and the whole world can turn upside down, and that you're still in it. That's what I think the most important thing is for this fan base. Just don't get lost. Don't just fall behind 6 games. Right? Like, where you're just like, holy crap, what are we even doing? Your car's running, your bags are packed, and everybody just wants to go home for the off season. So, how about you, Sophia?
Good point.
How about you? What do you think?
I'm still rooting for the Patriots. I'm
No matter
loyal
what.
to the Patriots no matter what.
Were you forced to like the Patriots? Or was it something that your dad was like, listen, did you ever like a different team?
No, I don't think I've ever liked a different team.
Okay,
It's
all
always
right.
been the Patriots.
Actually, Christian, Sophia shared with me last night. She's been paying attention and really. Sophia, who are the 2 players you offensive and offensive? Actually, we talked about them earlier on. Was it Drake May that you were mentioning to me last
I
night?
mentioned Drake May, who is the Patriots quarterback.
Okay.
Been following him a bit.
Okay. He's still technically a rookie. Can we all agree to that?
Well, let's not,
No, Steve.
Here we go.
This is not.
Steve.
Listen,
Here we
this
go.
is the second year. Don't give him
Steve.
excuses.
Oh, here we go.
Hey,
Steve.
no.
Here we go.
You can say technically a rookie.
He is.
Hey,
Wait a minute.
Would you like to know the kangaroo
Listen.
court rules
Wait,
on
wait, wait,
rookies?
wait, wait.
We're not in a kangaroo court.
We are
This is
are
real
now.
football.
This might be
The
the
rookie
time.
season's
This might
over.
be the time of the podcast. Both of you, because Sophia, they're both going at it a little
Put the
bit. You
hard
might
hat
have
on
to put the hard hat on.
because let me
There's
tell you something.
disagreement.
In that locker room, they ain't looking at him as a rookie. This fan base ain't looking at him.
Okay, let me put my
as a
hard
rookie.
There we
hat
go
on.
ahead, Steve.
All
Put it
right,
on.
here we go.
We're going- This is that
We're going-
moment
this
of
is
the
what's going
podcast
on.
where there's a little back and
my-
forth.
Listen, those rookie excuses, they're over now.
No,
All right? He's got to
I
bring it.
appreciate it.
He's got to bring it. He's getting paid to bring it. And their rookie season was last year.
Yeah,
right?
true.
No,
but
no,
not
no,
true.
don't give me that
True, but not true. I'm gonna
give me
keep
that-
my hat on.
You can keep your hat on.
as I explain this
about to
to
get
my
blasted.
to my
Walking
quarterback. Okay, the rule is, it's you are a rookie.
What rule?
Technically, I
What
said
rule?
we're in a kangaroo
Who
court.
made this rule?
These are the rules that we live by, Sophia. Nothing makes
Gotcha.
sense. Down is up is down, back is forth, whatever.
What
It
rule
doesn't
you
make any
talking about?
sense. You're technically still a rookie. I'm just telling you, okay? Until after your 3rd game in your 2nd year. Just saying.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying.
Let me tell you
and,
something.
and also, for the record, he still has not even played a full season yet. What is this, his 15th or 16th game? He still hasn't even played a full season. So, technically, he's still a rookie.
Sophia Christian's in the excuse-making business. We build homes here. That's what Bethany Builders does.
I still got
we
my
build
hat
decks
on.
there. Okay, we don't build excuses. Okay, and you can't tell those people, those 60,000 fans or 70,000 fans in that stadium, that he's still a rookie. They expect Drake May to go out there and perform, and that's what he's planning on doing today.
Let me not make an excuse, but put some perspective on it.
Okay.
My ultimate point is, as I keep my hat on, because when I say something impactful, I want to make sure I have the hat on.
I understand.
Because it's my hard hat. I'm working right now.
I understand that. I understand.
All right. So my point is that patience is ultimately key. I think they know everyone expects something, but he's such a baby.
Oh, stop.
He's a baby.
Stop it.
No.
He hasn't even cut his teeth yet. He has no idea. He has a
Stop
good
it.
little
He's in the National
baby
Football
foundation.
League, okay?
But I'm telling you,
This is not his third
3
game.
years.
Hey.
So
3
if-
years to really
should-
figure it out.
Should we help him out a little bit?
All right, I'm taking my hat off.
Settle this controversy.
Yes, and I'm going to carefully mention the second player. This should be interesting. Any feedback on Will Campbell?
Will Campbell had a good game last game. Will Campbell, when your name's not mentioned, Christian will tell you this,
Yeah.
Sophia. Offensive linemen's names never want to be mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay? Because when they are mentioned, that means they've done something wrong. And you hardly heard Will Campbell's name mentioned on the broadcast last week
Yeah.
down in Miami. Correct?
That's
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
sign, right?
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's
No,
a good
it's
sign.
funny. Like, the whole word, the whole like phrase, like, for your kids, when you want to be seen and not heard or whatever, something like
Yeah,
that.
right.
In instance, to Steve's point, it's seen and not heard of. Right? Because, and the only reason why you're ever going to be heard of is if you jump off sides, you have a holding penalty, and they put that freaking camera on you. They see your parents are at home, and they see their name, for doing something wrong. You get all upset.
That's so true.
Yeah, and it's like, you're just like, dang. Like, you'll never hear about a long snapper until they screw up the snap.
Right.
Ever.
That's right.
And you really shouldn't hear about an offensive lineman ever. And that's a good game. He's a pro, by the way. Will Campbell, he's a pro. He's a 12, 10. He's a red jacket guy, is what I would call him. You had Edelman, you had Parcells here the other day. They both have red jackets. I think Will Campbell is in that Matt Light kind of vibe. Well, you won't have to worry about the left tackle spot for years, and he'll retire a Patriot, and he'll eventually wear a red jacket.
Gotcha.
Christian, that's incredible because coming from you, that's incredible with all the knowledge as an actual player and seeing.
And I said that without my hat on.
Yes, you
That's-
did.
you
Yes,
did.
you did. But that's incredible, and we're really excited for Will Campbell. We're excited he's here. And if you're listening at any point in time, you're always welcome to come visit us here at the Bethany Builders Podcast.
We'll get him out here. We'll get Will out here. There's no question about that. Can we get back to the building?
Everybody looks forward to building a deck that they can enjoy, get the outdoor space. Some of the things that you do want to do is you really want to be organized. Majority of the deck surface is all finish work, and you really want to be very selective on who you hire to build your custom deck. Here at Bethany Builders, we are more than excited. I've been installing the Trex decking product for decades. It just continues to improve and advance. They're at a point now where with the composite decking, the surface actually, there's a system in place that cools it down faster than other products in the market when it's exposed to the sun.
You don't burn your
Things
feet
you
don't
and
burn
you're
your
walking
feet, right.
outside.
Yeah, and that's a big factor for
Absolutely.
for people, for children, obviously, for pets. All things you can't really, sometimes you might not think when you're considering a deck project. One of the things we do at Bethany Builders, and we've done many decks, we prefer to use a square edge product. Get into that a little further. We put surface screws and plugs. And the importance of this on a deck surface is that you can go out there barefoot at any time. You don't have to worry about any exposed metal fasteners, things of that nature. So you can just get out and enjoy your deck.
Everything's covered.
Everything's covered. The way we build it, everything's factory edge. For our tradespeople out there or folks that have done a lot of research on decking, the way that we build the deck surface, we keep everything factory edge on the outside perimeter of the deck. We actually 45 and picture frame the stairs, which in a later podcast date will show pictures and images of what that means. We do not cut the deck boards on the side of the stairs. We actually picture frame and wrap the factory bullnose edge all the way around the stairs, which makes for an incredibly much nicer finish. I think over a period of time, 85 deck Steves,
You've done?
Humbly, we did not have one customer call back for customer service.
What I like also about Trex is that I want to be able to go out on my deck, Christian, and just have it clean. Like, be able to clean a deck easily. You understand?
Yeah,
Some people
absolutely.
have trouble cleaning their decks. The weather builds up, and I want to be able to just hose
Yeah.
it down and have it.
You
And
know
with
what I like about it?
You can do that.
You know what I like about it? When I'm dead And that
my
thing,
gosh.
and when I'm dead and
where are
gone,
we going with this?
that what I'm saying is that lifetime warranty.
Lifetime warranty. Lifetime
I
warranty.
mean, I don't know. Is there a lifetime warranty?
There's actually
Should not speak on this unless
Well,
I
it's a-
absolutely know.
it's a
My
great
point is that
point.
it lasts forever.
Our relationship with as a Trex Pro, we have a representative from Trex that I deal directly with. His name is Joe Mariano. He's been instrumental. Joe actually isn't really so much available to the public. He deals direct with all the lumber yards and the folks that make the Trex product available to them in your majority of the lumber stores throughout this Northeast area. He's been fantastic. Warranties are in place. They exceed standard warranties. If we do your deck, or if you call Bethany Builders, you say you saw us here on the podcast, if you have an issue or concern or anything with any sort of decking material or an installation issue and so forth, I want to know about it, and you can be sure that the Bethany Builders team will be right out there to service you.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I was saying it because they're just, they're just so durable and they're just so easy to use and they're just so many different options. Yeah. I'm sitting there and it's funny. I feel like, every time you bring something up, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna do something now.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, I want a deck.
Yeah, and they're perfect for year-round too. Like summer and fall, you might want to sit outside. Even spring.
Yeah.
No question.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's good bonding time. That's when
sure.
you bring your family together
Yeah.
and bond. The other thing I want to bring out, Sophia, also is you guys can build decks at different levels, right? Whether it's ground floor or on the second floor or even on the third floor, to be able to walk out
Really?
on your third floor and come out to a deck.
That's correct.
It's pretty cool.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Come on. That's what we're
How,
all about.
like, so-
She designed. This is what we're all about.
I mean, I did
Sure.
not know that. I thought had to be I thought it had to be like 3 feet high.
No, and as Sophia will tell you that, Steve, what you reference to is what's called a multi-tiered deck. So you can have multiple decks at your home, and they can be multi-tiered. And as we know, with a lot of folks' property in their land, you could have an area that's referred to as a walkout basement. So your deck is elevated. You're actually walking under the deck space. Or you could actually be doing a multi-tiered deck where you might have a deck surface that's at ground level, if
Ground
you
level,
would.
right.
And then as your land and people's property tends to elevate up,
Yeah.
we can build multi-tiered decks to get you from the lowest point of your property
the high.
to ultimately to the higher point, like Steven
I
referenced.
did not know that.
And-
See
and-
that? I did not know that.
And when they build a ground deck, right? So suppose the ground's already there.
Yeah.
They will flatten that out.
Yeah.
Surface. Tell how that process works.
Well, it's
That's a ground
interesting
deck
that
when you
Steve's
walk out.
touching. That's a project that's come to our attention. What's happening is underneath there's a deck area space that actually has a covering of a tile surface or a stone surface that will be removed, and we'll skim that area out, and we will put some pressure treated lumber and sealers on the flat, and then ultimately create a clean deck surface, almost like what Christian was referring to earlier in our studio here, where you could actually go over an existing surface
Yeah.
and finish it with a deck surface, which is
That's amazing.
a surface that you can enjoy.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does
I didn't know that.
What does how much value does a deck add to a house? Like if a house didn't have a deck before, and all of a sudden you come up to a house, an old house even, with a nice deck, it's like, what does that do?
No, it's a great point, Steve. And again, Sophia is one of the first points of contact after folks meet with me, and then Sophia works with the customers to create that outdoor living space. It's a space to be enjoyed, and it's some of the favorite space of all of us to be outside, sitting on your deck, enjoying it. But as far as value, I can tell you, we haven't had anybody come back from our customer base and say, I put that deck in and it didn't enhance our quality of life or our enjoyment space as well as we seem to have, didn't seem to get our value both for personal use and if we were going to sell our real estate. We don't get really any pushback that people are disappointed with putting decks. Yeah.
There's several ways you can do it, and I get excited because I'm experimenting. I'm looking around now, and in our New England region, it can get buggy. What I mean by that,
I know.
mosquitoes and everything.
Yeah, not like an irritating, guy from the, Southie.
No, right,
No,
right, no,
buggy.
not that buggy.
Yeah.
Not that type of buggy.
I'm talking about mosquito buggy. So a lot of times, people want to have a screened in.
That's what I was telling you that last time
Yeah.
we were on.
Yeah,
The
screened
3-season
in.
room or whatever
Right,
else. And you were like teasing me.
Yeah, I was, but but you are right. I want to be able to
Yeah.
have a
I want to get
screened in
attacked.
place.
Me too.
Right.
That's what I want.
But I also want to know, Chris and Sophia, in a screened in outside deck, how can you keep it when it gets real hot? Can you have fans in there? Like from the ceiling?
Of course.
You want to
Can you have
answer
ceiling fans?
Yes, you can, Steve. And again, it goes back to Christian brought up the issue last week about talking when we were talking 3-season porches and convergence of space. But yes, you can have ceiling fans installed, and there's different ways to do it. The screens, for example, we can make them removable screens, so you can have those screens in when the insects are active, or you just need to really screen it in for mosquitoes.
Right.
Versus then ultimately when the weather's just clear and the landscaping seems to be knocked down a bit, so that you can remove those screens, you can enjoy that outdoor space. Or if you're having a gathering and you don't want the screens to interfere with maybe a great view that you have, or to feel closed in. So you bring up some great points. You can't go wrong with an open deck, a screened-in porch, or a 3-season room. How's that, Christian? I pretty much covered everything.
I know. Well, I mean, listen. The amount of knowledge between you two is like ridiculous. I didn't think Steve was going to have the Bethany Builders question of the day. Which is what I think is now a thing.
Well, it's a thing.
I feel like
Bethany Builders
everything
question of the
we
day.
should do should be a competition.
I love it. Yeah.
When you set up these decks too, Sophia, are you a fire pit person? Do you like fire pits?
Ooh, I do like fire pits.
So when you have an open deck, do you guys build decks with a fire pit in it, or can you put a fire pit in it, or on top of it?
You can put one on top of it for sure.
Yes. Well, Steve, it's as we all know with fire pits, they've become so much more advanced. Some of them are not only an open flame, they're of propane source. Some are even electric to simulate space. So, yes, they have the ability where you can interact fire pits with decking and so forth. We just want to be conscientious of what the heat source is. If it's an open flame, we look to put that in a masonry or stone.
So do they have
assembly.
electric fire pits?
They do. They have, as we
That's
all know.
probably safer.
We've done it where we see a lot of times people have a small propane bottle that serves, and they have like the crushed glass, and they have the flame that comes through it. It's very popular
lot of
among
restaurants
and
and
things like that. It looks amazing, and it still does give off a bit of a heat source. Sophia, with her design experience and creativity, and then check in with her dad as far as building codes and compliances, and then we fact check everything multiple times to make sure that we're going to build a great product, something you can enjoy but is very safe for your family.
Well, that is key, because the last thing you want to do is obviously build this beautiful deck, and then just throw some logs on the
Add a fire.
yeah,
pit
it's
on
just
it.
like, well, we don't
No,
need it. This is like industrial grade composite material here.
No, safety's most important.
Yeah, safety's paramount, and we do
Yeah.
not defer from
So
that.
suppose I wanted to have. I know I'm going to.
Steve is going to have it. This is him.
I just want to. Suppose I want to have a hot tub.
Ooh, can you imagine Steve in a
suppose
Speedo
I
in
want to
his
have
hot tub?
You build a big enough deck to have a hot tub.
Well,
on the deck.
Steve, you
Have
just
we got-
made it easy. You just made
have
it
we
easy.
got a hot tub company
Well,
yet?
we're going to reach out to our friend, a customer that's hired us many times, Marissa Berquist. I hope you're watching. She's a big supporter of us and a great friend. We call her Nurse Reese, is our nickname for her.
Nurse Reese.
She actually hired us to build a 3-season porch with a recessed hot tub in that.
Recessed?
And it
Wait, so you can
the
just
project
step
came out-
into it?
That's 100% right.
Nice.
Project came out spectacular.
Wow.
We have pictures of that, and we'll show that in the future. And if you're watching, Nurse Reese, thank you. It was amazing. We renovated Marissa's home. We added a screen porch addition with the dropped-in hot tub, a 2-car garage, and then we received a phone call approximately a year later, and she said, let's do it. Let's build an accessory dwelling unit in behind the garage that we built.
An ADU.
We built a 2-bedroom ADU in the town of Rockland, and Marissa and her family were amazing to us, and they loved the product. They're big supporters of us.
Nice. I'll tell you what, we gotta next time we're gonna have some pictures up here so I can
For sure.
so we can see these. I gotta see how these. I want to go from almost like from inside and see what they look like.
For sure.
'Cause we've been talking about them so long, and I've seen some pictures of them, obviously, but I'm excited to see what they look like.
Week 4, Christian.
Week 4.
Today,
Four.
like I said, this is our
Big announcement.
This
Yeah,
is
big
our
announcement.
3rd week. I think Christian and Steve and Sophia, we really want to thank our crew, our staff, our friends here, David at Crazy
Crazy
Axes,
Axes.
and the
Chris-
entire staff.
Chris Gobeil.
Chris Gobeil, who's our audio and video technician that oversees, make sure everything runs the way that it should. But I will say overall, we want to say hello to Matt, my wife Alina, Evan, who's outside working security, make sure everything's going great for us out there. The bottom line is that it's a team effort here at Bethany Builders. Our concept, it's all about team effort. This Bethany Builders podcast, would not happen without a team effort. Again, can't even begin to thank Steve, can't even begin to thank Christian. Our daughter and our host, Sophia, is incredible, and I'm the one that carries everything into the room.
We're down here at Crazy Access, and I want to, can I bring Chris over?
Of course. No,
Chris.
that's David.
David, can I bring David over?
We'll bring David. We'll bring Chris after.
Yeah.
We'll bring David.
David, can you explain to the audience again what it's like down here? And I know people in the next room going to be throwing axes all day. Just everybody just duck.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. We're here at Crazy Axes Patriot Place. We have about a 13,000 square foot axe throwing venue. Just came online with a new menu this past season for the kickoff. Barbecue burgers, chicken sliders, South Shore bar pizza. You guys familiar with that style bar pizza?
No.
Bar pizza?
Yeah.
I love bar pizza.
Oh, myself as well.
Edges,
Yeah.
you've got
Oh.
crispy, great
Yep.
toppings.
Well, now you made me
I love bar pizza.
Kitchen's going to be up and running. We're going to be open here shortly. Axe throwing is not a requirement for coming in and enjoying some food upstairs. Full service bar. Come in, hang out before or after the game today, guys.
Sounds
Awesome.
excellent. Thank you, David.
Wow, David.
Thank you, Dave.
And our friendship.
Happy to have
and-
this guy in the house, and I love working with him.
It goes both ways. I mean, David and I both are building professionals. We work together. This is how you grow friendships, families helping families. David and his family and everybody involved work very hard. And again, we work together. We've created this space together with everybody's team. It's all about teamwork. Everybody wins together. And like I say, we're more than grateful for everybody that's taken the time to tune in here live. We hope you're enjoying this podcast, as well as it will be uploaded to YouTube later today so that you can enjoy them and look back at them over the course of the upcoming weeks.
We're down here at Gillette Stadium. Patriots getting ready to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And one thing about the Steelers, Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is probably the oldest tenured coach.
Yeah.
Right? Guy's never had a losing season.
No.
He's never in his all the years as he's
Yeah.
been in the National Football League, he's never had a losing season.
What would you rather have? Let's
Yeah.
play this game.
All right, what would you rather?
Would you rather? Because people in Pittsburgh are not.
I'd rather have a
happy
deck with a hot tub. But
Listen,
go ahead.
Listen, recessed.
Recessed.
Yeah,
You
recessed.
just step into it.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Christian,
I
Christian
know
loves
you
that
stepped
recess.
down.
I like
Yeah.
the recess.
He-
You know
Christian's
what?
got up
I don't
a
have to
little bit on that
climb into
recess.
it. I don't want to climb. I want to
100%.
step into it.
We're going to make that happen.
Okay. What would you rather have? Because the people of Pittsburgh are not happy with Mike Tomlin. Like they've heard the whole never had a losing season, never had a losing season. But when was the last time they won a playoff game?
Well, good point.
So Rooney and ownership came in and they were like, "Listen, we're kind of done with this. Like you gotta advance the process now. Like just having a winning record isn't good enough." Would you rather be the fan base of say some like the Pittsburgh Steelers, where you're always winning, but you're never really doing anything other than that, right? You never really. It's just you just got a winning season.
You never
but
win the whole thing.
you never even win a playoff game. But you have a winning season, right?
Right.
So you're not Jacksonville, you're not Cincinnati,
Right.
you're not the Jets,
Right.
You're you're not any of those teams that just constantly in their own way. The Bears, oh my lord. Or would you rather have it be, crap, Super Bowl, terrible. Would you rather like go through like 3 or 4 years of wasteland
question.
and no winning with a six, and then next thing you know you have a Super Bowl, or would you rather just consistent winning? Curious. It's a weird question. I get it.
It's a great question.
But because
Sophia, what would you rather have?
most people would love just consistent winning, but I feel hollow.
I think that consistency is really important, but I think it'd be really cool to win a Super Bowl, so I'm going to have to say the second option.
Yeah. What
And
would you guys say?
I'm going with Sophia.
Yeah, me
I
as
mean,
well.
it's a tease just to win and not get there.
Yeah.
It's like, the elation, and you've been through it. You've
Yeah.
been through it over and over again.
Yeah.
The elation is you want to win Super Bowls, right? So, yeah, you got to deal with the downside. Now, those the last, 4 and whatever seasons that Patriots are coming off of
Yeah.
back-to-back, those were brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal. But then you got a chance to win it all
Yeah.
in 2 years.
I'd rather that.
I'll go through
Yeah,
that.
you got to take it.
Yeah.
I'll
I'd
go
rather
through that,
that.
even though it's tough
Yeah.
to have a shot to win the big game.
And that's why I think the Steelers, they're kind of like, well, hey, we get like a ribbon, a participation trophy for like taking part. And they just don't, there's never, I don't know, you leave hungry. It's like going to a buffet and leaving hungry.
Right.
That should never
you
happen.
don't want that.
Right? Who goes to a buffet and leaves hungry?
No one.
Me, not me. I get my money's worth.
What about you, Chris?
As far as the question about winning it all
Yeah.
versus that, well, it's the NFL, right? And some people say the NFL stands for not for long.
True.
So with that being said, fan base gets up early, comes out, it's excited, gets behind the team. They put a lot of emotion into it. I know that we do. We're really excited for our team to win. I appreciate the longevity of having great seasons and getting close.
What would you rather have, man?
Yeah, I know. That's a long-winded answer.
Do you want to win all? You just satisfied.
You know, as the questions posed, I was in a building mindset. Coming back to what we're talking about, no, you have to win it. The fan base is only going to be able to maintain that energy so long. I appreciate the Super Bowl. Yeah. We got quite a bit of them out here, Steve.
Exactly right.
Yeah. You would like, ideally, you would like both.
Of course.
Yeah, but you just can't have it that way.
It's tough to maintain.
You can have it in building, though. That's the thing. You can have it in building.
Yeah, in building, yes.
Yeah, it's like NFL's not the real world, but you can have it in building. You can have it. You have it with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now in building, I think I'd have to take that other option.
Yeah.
We would want to maintain the consistency of always putting a great product out. But again, at Bethany Builders, we incorporate both. I mean, humbly, we've been named the best of the South Shore. There's an award that's offered from the hard work, dedication. That's not...
And you've won that award over and over again, haven't you?
Multiple years.
Best Builders on the South Shore.
Yes, multiple years, and Best Framing Company for 5 straight years in the South Shore. And
was named that, yeah.
It's a competitive... But again, it's a team effort. While it starts with me and the oversight and the responsibilities ultimately end up on my desk, it's a team effort just like our podcast here at Bethany Builders. If you could see how far... This is week 3 on the podcast, and I can tell you from our team here, everybody from David at Crazy Axes and our whole Bethany Builders podcast team, we've worked. We really want to bring you the best product on this podcast that we can.
And we got Trex.
We got Trex. We got Christian. We got Steve Burton. We got Sophia Bethany. You got me, Chris Bethany. So I hope you've enjoyed the show. And with that, I'm going to leave it with our host, Sophia Bethany, and Christian and Steve to take it away.
Well, before we have Sophia close out the show, I need a prediction because you were so bold on predicting last week. Are they going to win this week? Well,
I appreciate the boldness. If it's factually correct, Christian, you help me out. It is what it's on video.
I know.
So,
you said that
but to answer that question, I'm looking. I'm looking Patriots. Patriots 24-17 win today.
Okay. Christian.
All right. I'm 2-0.
You are 2-0.
I'm 2-0. I would like to keep my winning streak going.
Okay.
I want to pick them to lose so badly. Not because I want them to lose, because I just not 100%. I still don't know who they are.
You're not convinced.
I'm not yet convinced, but Steelers have so many issues. Can the Patriots exploit them? I'm going to say in the end, 26-24, Patriots.
All right. You're 2-0. I am 1-1, Sophia. Okay? Mm-hmm. I picked them to win the first game, the opener, which they got beat. I picked them to win in Miami, which they won. Mm-hmm. I'm picking them to win again.
Hold on.
I'm going to go.
Hold on. I got to cut you off. Sophia, here's
28, 21, Pats.
Okay, Sophia, can I just some context real quick before we leave? I know Steve's got to go. We both got to go. We got to do a show. Mm-hmm. Another show. Now, if you go back in history.
Okay.
I know where he's going with this. Go ahead, go with it. Go ahead.
Go back in history. Ahead. No, I love this guy. I love this man.
You're going to call me a homer?
No. I'm just saying, if you go back in history, last 10 years, and if we take all of Steve's pregame predictions on whether the Patriots would win or lose, his prediction would absolutely match the Patriots' final record.
Which has been pretty good. Which means my percentages of predictions
back in the good old days
have been through the roof.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, they went on a tear.
Yeah.
They set the standard, which is what Bethany Builders does here. You want to close this out?
Yeah. All right. We want to thank Trex again for the sponsorship and thank Chris Bethany, Steve Burton, and Christian Fourier. Thank you so much for watching.
Go Pats!
Go Pats!
Go Pats!